you so much. What a beautiful audience you are, and thank you so much at home for watching today. It's The Christian View, where we take today's hot topics and we weigh them against the Word of God, because God does have a view. And our guest today wears many hats. One of those hats, call him Daddy. That's Lindsay Lohan, the famous actress. But he wears other hats as well, and we're going to talk about some of those hats today. Let's give Michael Lohan a big Christian View welcome.
Yes. As Jackie just said, you probably are best known as Lindsay Lohan's dad, but I'm sure there's other roles. We have children, and we know that there's life before children, during children, after children. Tell us your journey, before Lindsay was ever born, your life, since she's become famous, and your life since.
Tell us about Michael Lohan.
We don't have enough time. We'll be here for days. Actually, I was raised by a really humble family on Long Island. I was raised Roman Catholic. I had my own epiphany in February of 2005 that led me to be a Christian. But all my life, I was a great student. I was the president of my grammar school, vice president of my college, didn't indulge in any drinking or drugs or anything. I was all into academics and athletics until I got to Wall Street.
Oh, wow.
And it just seemed like everything I didn't do, I did when I got to Wall Street. It was all about the money. It was all about the material things in life, about drinking, about doing cocaine, and it was a lifestyle down there. It was a dark lifestyle, one that I never knew before, but I got sucked into. And that wasn't until I met my wife, Dina, and she got pregnant, and all that craziness and that dark life stopped.
Yeah.
And but not to say that later on in life it didn't catch up to me, because we think that we get away with things all of our life. God has a funny way of catching up with us and saying we all have to pay a price for the things we've done in life, no matter what.
Absolutely, Michael.
It's not in our time; it's in God's time.
That's so
there's
true.
a season for everything.
That's so true. And then you stayed in New York for a while, and then what took you, or when did you go to LA? Where was that transition? You married Dinah and began to have children. Was that in New York?
Yes, it was all in New York, and I didn't move to Los Angeles until a long time after that.
Okay.
It wasn't until probably about 2009, 2010,
Gotcha.
actually, that
Okay.
I moved out there. And I moved out there, I was involved in venture capital. I wasn't, I was still working with the ministry, but I was actually out there to speak with an organization that involved Christianity in movies and films.
Okay, we're getting there now, aren't we?
Yes, that's actually how it really started. And a company that had met me out there was an adolescent program for drugs and alcohol. It was located in Florida. They asked me to come down to Florida.
That's right.
And that's how I got involved
Where
with
was
that.
Lindsay born? Where were you living when she was born?
She was born on. She was born on Long Island. We were living on Long Island. Yeah, all my children were born on Long Island. I mean, from Dina.
Right.
And it was, we tried to stay around our family up there.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents were up there. Dina's parents were up there, and I mean, everything really. My roots are from Long Island, because my life really started when I went to Teen Challenge. And
wonderful program.
That's a great story.
I went to Bible college through them, became a minister through them. I worked for them, became staff, and that's when I really wanted to really reach out and help people that were lost in the kind of world that I had gotten into.
That's awesome. I heard a quote by Lindsay, and I know you have so many things that you're proud of with her accomplishments as well as your other children, but she said, I know right from wrong, and I was raised right. I heard that quote that she said, and what would be your greatest thing that you're proud of as a parent with your kids? And not just Lindsay, I know you have other children as well.
Tell us how many children you do have, Michael.
I'm trying to I have 7 children.
Yes, yes, and they're all gorgeous.
God's number 7, and I'm stopping there. That's
And 2 are babies,
Completion.
Yes, 2.
Or little ones.
2 are little ones. My son Logan is 8 months old, and my son Landon is 2.5 years old, and I'm crazy for doing that. But they're a blessing.
That'll keep you young.
Yeah, they do. It's a whole new beginning. But everything in my life, what we had at the beginning is so far different than what we have now. I mean, when God comes into your life, everything changes. I mean, just
Yes.
like, 2
Good.
Corinthians, 5:17. When you come to the Lord and become new, the old is gone and the new is upon you. You're a new creature.
Right.
And my whole life changed. And my life now it's about the outcome, not the income.
I love that. I saw where you quoted that because I'm right there with you, hon. Let me tell you something. It is not. It's not the income. It's the outcome of what we do that's going to make a difference in this world.
Right.
Well, it is, and unfortunately, I'm in the treatment business, and I've gotten into that
Thank
over the last
God.
4 years, and it's so sad to see that it's all about the money. It's not about helping people, and that's why I'm in the process of selling even my treatment centers, because where I started my recovery program, and it was my dream, and I named it that. Unfortunately, my partners, when they saw how much money was to be made, it wasn't about giving scholarships anymore. It wasn't about spending more money to help people. It was about how we could cut the costs in order to make more money. And that's not what I'm about. I mean, where the Lord gives, He'll take away.
That's
and
right.
before it's gone, I'm out of the picture myself because I know what I did and what I set forth to do was right. And it'll lead them down the path I went to on Wall Street, and it will catch up with them too.
What is your greatest goal in having started this? What is your greatest goal in starting your
The amount of
dreams?
lives I've touched, I mean, on Facebook and just through social media and the phone calls I get from parents. Even when someone's life isn't a success yet because they've fully recovered, because let's face it, it's a lifelong challenge that they're going to face. Just the phone calls I get, I mean, where the treasure is, or also you'll find the heart.
There you go. There you go.
It's not about anything else. That's where all the value, you can't put a dollar value.
Stay with us. We're coming right back.